Hi everyone, it's Danny here from Life Lived Intentionally. I have arrived in Canada and I've been here for about 2 weeks with my kids. Most of you know that we actually live in Germany normally. There's one big difference that I've noticed between Germany and coming to Canada, and it's probably the same in the States as well. But the one giant difference I've noticed is that in Germany, everything is closed on Sundays. And now that might sound a little crazy to you because I know 10 years ago when I moved to Germany, this was insane for me. Why would they close stores on Sunday? This is what if people needed food? What if I needed to go grab something quickly? That couldn't possibly be. It was really hard for me to wrap my mind around this. But being there now for 10 years, I have to say, this is one of the most amazing gifts I think Germany has given its citizens and businesses as well. And it's interesting, I was talking with my stepfather about this, it's interesting that businesses still function and thrive despite being closed on Sundays. It's amazing, I know. And did you know that the citizens of Germany and the people who live there, we are actually able to live without buying things on one day a week? It's incredible. So, coming to Canada, and actually was just recently in the States a couple months ago, I noticed this is a huge difference in the culture. And I think it stems from us as a culture and as a society requiring things to be open. Maybe it's just our desire to have instant access to whatever our heart's desire might be. I think that this is a problem. This is a problem because we don't even know how to wait. We don't know how to persevere. And we don't know how to save up for stuff because we just want it now and we want it quickly. We have this instant culture. And so coming to Canada, just walking through the stores here in Walmart, and we have something called Superstore here in Canada. I'm just like bombarded by all the stuff everywhere. All of the things, all the colorful, beautiful things that I just want to buy. I want to buy it all. It's amazing. Like coming from Germany, I don't really like going shopping. In Canada, I like to go shopping. Things are so cheap. Well, not everything, but when things go on sale, they can be so cheap, and you're like encouraged to buy giant amounts of things. And I feel totally sucked into that, this whole consumer culture. And it's almost Christmas time, so you have all of these beautiful Christmas things, Christmas decorations, you have Christmas parties, and you want to get your shopping done early, right? Another thing that I noticed is that Black Friday's on next week, right? Started to be an American thing, now it's like all over the world. And I'm noticing all over online is like early Black Friday sale, like, get it cheap now or whatever. I think this is also kind of weird, isn't it? Like, it started with just Black Friday being enough, and you get things reduced on that day and people can look forward to it, or Boxing Day, and now it's like, we'll get it even earlier. Start buying earlier, start preparing and buying more things beforehand. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing to get things on sale, and that surely helps, when you're being frugal and you're being smart about things. But I think there needs to be a boundary set on how much money you're going to spend, or the things that you're going to buy. Do you really need them? And my question is, how do you do that in this culture? Things where it's open 24 hours a day, it's available to you at a whim. How do you restrain yourself from being completely consumed by yourself, your desires, your wants? It's a question that I've been thinking about a lot here, and it's something that makes me a little sad to see in our culture. It's something that I'm also really thankful for in Germany, that there is this Sunday where pretty much everything is closed besides gas stations and restaurants. And I'm really thankful that there is this kind of restraint put on by the government. Maybe a lot of people hate it because they want to go shopping on Sundays, but if you think about it, it really allows time, or forces people even, to find something else to do with their day than buy more stuff. Granted, you could probably buy stuff on your phone and have it sent via Amazon a day later, but still, like, there's no going out to the store. Instead, you can go for a walk with your family. You can't even really get stuff done because everything's closed, so you're forced to be bored or spend family time or go outside and enjoy nature. So I'm really curious to hear from you. What do you do to not be a consumer? What kind of things do you place in your life that restrict you? Do you practice self-control in that? And how do you do it in a culture where everything's being thrown at you and sold at you? Is that even a phrase? I don't even know. How do you do it? Please comment. Tell me how you do it here. If you're in America or if you're in Canada, I'm really curious to hear. How do you put limits and boundaries on in your life? And maybe you don't do it. How does that make you feel? Have you ever thought about that before? Had you see that as being a problem? Please write comments below and tell me what you think about it. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk next time. Bye.